Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a bunch of questions that were asked by the members of my robotics team. And since you guys are also very interested in my VEX videos, I decided to make another video. So here's a list that they came up with, and I'm going to answer these questions that are very important to be asked. And also, I filtered out some questions that were being repeated over and over again, or some that I couldn't read. Sorry guys. But let's just get started. So the first question that I approached was, where should I get the software to get started? Well, this depends on what version of the VEX product you have. Maybe, for example, if you have the VEX Cortex, then you should have the first version, which is the Robot C. If you have the new VEX V5 kit, then you should be using the VEX V5 text, the VEX Coding Studio, or the Pros. But from my opinion, I highly suggest the new V5 text that VEX came up with because it's more reliable in terms. So, yep. So the next question that I approached was, how similar is VEX code to Java and what advantages come with knowing Java to start? VEX code by all means is programming in the C language. So there is no connection between the two, although the programming language structures might be same in each language, I'm not sure. You don't need to know Java in order to start programming with VEX V5 text, but if you do, then you do you. Okay, so now going to the third question. What is a good website to learn in order to program? So to start off, TechGenius has good videos that can help teams with programming. And there's also another website made by VEX that I just found out about after the season ended. But it has a lot of resources that you can find. And I'll put the link in the description below, but these are pretty good resources that are made and came up by VEX, which I think is very useful because they know their products the most and they will be able to help you out with it, or you can guide yourself. And there's also the VEX forums that I think are very, very, really amazing in terms of helping, because they're just community forum discussions that we can start, and it will keep the conversations going, and I think that's probably another way to get your help. Okay, so this question is my favorite, and the question states, how can you write your code fluently? I personally think that it's mainly upon a ton of practice, and your experience makes you a better programmer, and the practice and the work that you put into it makes a coder write code fluently. One tip I have is to read the code out loud. Now this may seem redundant, but it makes sense. So when I usually do it, I usually like to read the program over and over again. When I'm reading it, I like to make connections and find similarities and differences in parts of code. So that makes me learn and understand the code very deeply, and then I start to program it. So that's how have been programming for like the past 2 years, I think, out of the 5 years. I think once I found that trick or hack, I guess, that made my programming experience more useful and more productive and more efficient. So I think that's a big factor that comes into learning what the code truly means. And to the last question, why did VEX Coding Studio get discontinued? Well, I'm not certain for this answer, but after doing some research, I mostly think it's due to some bug issues that they found and disconnection that happens in the field using the VEX Coding Studio. So then I mostly think that they transitioned into the VEX V5 text. But if you know what happened, or if you really know why they really continued VEX Coding Studio, let me know in the comments below. So, well, that was the last question, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you found this video useful, give it a big thumbs up, and if you have more questions, or video suggestions, or if you want me to make a part 2 to this FAQ, please let me know in the comments below so that I can gather up some of your questions and actually put it in the video as well, so I can give it more explained details. And so yeah, so thank you guys for watching.